Hello everyone. So as you can clearly see, this is not Gran Turismo 7, this is Gran Turismo Sport. This is a video from my old channel that I have decided to re-upload here because this was a good race and I thought that I'd do some commentary to it. This is the qualifying session where I could only complete one lap with a time of 140.7. My other attempt was sabotaged by this fellow Italian and also by myself, because I decided to visit the gravel in this corner instead of turning right. So ultimately I qualified 7th. I had a pretty good start, or either everyone else had a bad one. I made up 4 positions up until the first corner, but I lost it and fell back into 10th place. Disappointing after such a nice start, but we still had a long way to go. The Dutchman in front ran a bit wide, so I thought I could pass him easily, but he just blocked me after coming back and almost knocked me out of the race. Incredible tactics to defend the position. So this is me back in P15, because this fellow Turkish racer just put me out of his way. But I had no worries, because a lot of them had penalties in front of me, so I knew that I just had to get out of this meat grinder and escape towards the front of the grid. After the penalty zone, I managed to get back into P9, where I found myself behind my favorite Dutchman, who sent me back into the back of the pack. This was my chance to take my revenge on him because my pace was far better than his. I had way more momentum coming out of this corner so I could pass him easily. He didn't even put up a fight this time. In this lap, I made another mistake, but I was able to hold it and not lose any positions. And I was lucky enough so I could stay in the slipstream range for the straight. In the chicane there was some fighting going on, which was good for me because this way I could use the slipstream in the straight. And so did the Spaniard behind me. I had to let him pass here because he got the inside. Those guys battling in front were holding us up, so I was waiting for the Spaniard to make his move. I didn't want to lose much time behind these guys because I felt that my pace can easily take me up into the top 3. I didn't even have to think about how I was going to pass these 3 because they all collected some penalties. Yes. My Spaniard friend didn't even want to serve his penalty and just turn around instead. With this, slowly but surely I am up into P5. The guy in front was 2 seconds ahead of me, and it took me about 1.5 laps to catch up to him. He was definitely feeling the pressure, because he even slipped in this corner, giving me the opportunity that I was waiting for. I was using the slipstream to stay close, and in the spoon corner I made my move. Bit of contact, but it is nothing serious, and with that I was up into P4. From here, nothing really happens until lap 7, where the driver in P2 goes for his pit stop. At the end of lap 8, it was my time to box. I put on hard tires for the rest of the race and came back on the track into P7. Tires were still cold, so I got overtaken and even made a mistake later in the lap, which put me back into P10. From here on out, most of the battles were decided in the pits, up until the very last lap. I caught up to the Belgian driver in second, and I knew that my pace was faster. It was the last lap, so I had to use every opportunity I had to catch him. Here I made my not-so-gentle lunge, but I kept it as clean as I could. At this point, adrenaline was pushing me, and I was happy that I was going to finish second after this chaotic race. Although I was 12 seconds away from P1, What I didn't know yet is that the driver in first place had a penalty that was going to push him back a few places and will ultimately put me in first place after crossing the finish line. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and race clean.